What's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. This morning is a very important episode. So if you happen to come across this video, pay close attention because I'm going to be revealing to you how we have been helping students who have been stuck and felt stuck actually launching, helping them to launch their business so they can actually launch and lead and get the results that they want. You have to be moving and get moving in the direction of your goals. And one of the biggest challenges that we have as entrepreneurs, all of us have this challenge. So if you're feeling like, God, I'm stuck and I'm feeling stuck and I'm afraid, or I'm dealing with limiting beliefs, or I have gone through the training, but I haven't actually launched my business and I don't know what's wrong with me. And I'm feeling left behind and I'm feeling frustrated, or I'm feeling like I can't stop being addicted to struggling. Then this episode is for you because we're going to teach you and talk to you about a very simple 1,000-year-old strategy that most of you have either overlooked or haven't been able to actually use. And we're going to teach you and show you how you can use it, and then give you some resources to actually put it into play right here this morning on this episode. And with that being said, I've got a special guest, and I'm going to bring in this special guest. She is somebody who has worked here at Legendary in lots of different roles. All the way from somebody who was a BPA to an executive inside of our company. And she is somebody who, out of everybody that I know, is one of the best at helping people to get moving, get results, hold them accountable, and just bring amazing energy and help them to bring out the best in themselves. And many of you may have met her if you were at our most recent mastermind in New Orleans. If you didn't, you'll have that pleasure today. With that being said, Dawn Sargent, welcome to the show.
Hi, Dave. Good morning.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to see you and be around you and be in your presence. And so thank you for joining me this morning. This morning we're going to be talking about, like I said, this multi-1,000-year-old strategy that has been being used by people since the beginning of time, right? Mm-hmm. Essentially, to be able to ensure that people get the results that they want. It's not new age voodoo. We're not going to be holding hands and singing Kumbaya. It's not a magic internet marketing strategy. It's the power of accountability. And this power of accountability has been being used by people since, again, the beginning of time, because we are creatures who need each other. And entrepreneurship is a lonely road. And you know all about that because you've been working from home for a long time. You've been working from home here within Legendary. You've been working from home as a marketer and a salesperson. And also, thank you for your service. You've served in our military. You know, you have a wide variety of experience. I want to go back just so people can get to know a little bit about you, and then we'll get into how we can help people today to better get the results that they want and go from just taking in information to actually applying it. I know a lot of you have been taking in a lot of information, and we want to give you some tools and a strategy today, which is going to be very practical, that you can use to start getting the things done that you want to get done. And it boils down to creating accountability inside of your life. We'll give you a couple of different examples. Hi, kitty cat. But first, let's start back with what sort of drew you to us and to this kind of online marketing world in the first place, and anything else about your background, such as your military history as well.
Okay. Well, even before I joined Legendary as a business plan advisor in the beginning, I was a member, a student products. So I came in at a time, all right, Little history. Yes, spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. Absolutely loved it. I ended up getting out, which in hindsight I shouldn't have, but that's a woulda, shoulda, coulda. Ended up married, had two beautiful children, and I very much was an advocate for raising my children. And I said, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom, and I was enjoyed it, very fulfilling. Life happens. There was a divorce, and then their dad passed away. So it's like, okay, now I'm the sole provider. I'm the breadwoman winner. I'm the mother, and I'm not going to sacrifice what I want. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to be here in the morning. I want to be here in the afternoons. And I did the corporate job, and that just wasn't working. I was absolutely miserable. But again, I didn't have enough passion to take action on it, right? And then COVID hit. All hell was breaking loose. I knew I was going to get laid off, and I thought I got to prepare now. So I jumped into the challenge. I soaked up everything, and I ran with it, and then becoming a business plan advisor. But what I realized is, the Marine Corps made me strong. It made me a woman who was decisive and a go-getter. And then life happens, and I think I pulled back. I got meek. I got mild. My confidence was rocked. So coming into this and then turning into somebody who I served. Since I've been with Legendary, I've served. I've served our members. I've served our BPAs, serving the mentees. And I'm going down a rabbit hole. Stop me anytime. But it's powerful what we do. And I remember the first time I met you at Mastermind, I said, Dave, thank you so much. Legendary changed my life. And in the most calmest, soothing voice, you said, no, Dawn, you changed your life. And I thought, hell yeah, I did.
Yeah. And that's been a beautiful process to watch with you. And I love thank you for the story and the vulnerability and the honesty, just telling your story, the courage, right? And that really, just in that few short minutes of hearing about your history, I'm reminded of how much you've come through and how proud you should be of yourself, because I know I am of you, just for everything that you've overcome and the way that you've turned your struggles into your strengths. And you are an amazing mom, and you are an amazing coworker and individual. And it's wow. I was moved by that. So thank you for sharing that. One of the things that we recently went to you and asked of you is, would you work with some of our clients one-on-one? And the reason why we did this was because so many quote coaching companies or education companies nowadays, there's so many different gurus and companies out on the internet. And the dirty, ugly, behind the scenes truth is that, there's even some of the largest organizations that you have probably heard of that offer coaching and life coaching and things of that nature. You get sold on something, and then they outsource that coaching to some call center or to some person who you don't really know who they are. You don't really know who you're working with. You buy the sales message, and then you get paired up with somebody who is new to you and is a mystery, and you may not even know who they are or where they're at. You're talking to them on the phone. This is happening in the personal development in business space all over the world, all over the internet. And we wanted to make sure that if we were going to launch an accountability mentorship program, which again, this really is the secret in my 15 years of experience in business and success, and even before that, sports, that in order to get good at something, most people need accountability. When I started to learn how to work out, and even sometimes to this day, I will hire a trainer. I definitely did at the beginning because I both needed to learn how to work out, and I also needed somebody to be there at the gym waiting for me to make sure that I showed up. And we realized here at Legendary that there's a lot of people who, have information. They've bought our courses. They've gone through some of our curriculum, but they're having a difficult time actually holding themselves accountable to taking the action that they need to take. And so we launched recently at our most recent mastermind an accountability mentorship program. This is not about more information. It's about helping you clear away the information in working with a powerful person, not powerful in the terms of I'm going to dominate you, a powerful person in the sense that we've gone to the best people inside of our organization. We've pulled people from important executive roles inside of our company. Bonnie, Eric, now yourself. And we've asked you to work with our clients. Well, our other mentors have a full book of business now. We have a full thriving accountability mentorship program. And so we've gone to you and we've said, and several, you actually, we actually paired a few people up with you from our event as well because you were at our event. However, we came back to you just recently and said, Don, will you work with more clients? Will you take on more one-on-one clients inside of this accountability coaching program? And graciously, you said yes. And so today we want to talk about we want to talk about that opportunity with you all. And we want to talk about how, if you're interested, you can start the journey of starting over in getting back on track by starting with a free session. And you can connect with Dawn and she will talk to you about some of the different strategies that you can use, some of the things that you can cut out, and some of the ways in which we here at Legendary internally hold each other accountable, in some of the ways that we're working with other clients to hold them accountable, to actually get stuff done in your business, to actually apply the knowledge in the information that you have learned here at Legendary. And so throughout this episode, I'm going to be giving you I'm going to put it up on the screen here in a moment, but you can actually email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com. And I will hook you up. I will CC Dawn in and hook you up with a free accountability coaching call where, again, you can discuss your unique specific situation. And Dawn will offer as much value as she possibly can to help you in that moment to make that call as valuable as possible, as well as give you the details of our accountability coaching program so you can decide if you want to work with us and Dawn specifically ongoing for 6 months in order to make your goals a reality instead of just on your vision board. And so let me pause there and kind of ask you from your perspective, which has been both from in the trenches working with clients as well as a high level as an executive, seeing kind of the company as a whole. Why does this program in this particular coaching opportunity make sense for clients? And in your words, in your experience, what have you seen people struggling with that makes this a no-brainer for the right person?
2 answers. 1, it's mindset. And 2, we ridiculously over-deliver. So if you're somebody who came into the blueprints and you're looking at it and it's overwhelming, we're just going to break it down into small pieces. Let's start with the basics and move forward. It's kind of, you want to be a doctor, you go to anatomy class, you open the book and you look at it and go, oh crap. You don't close the book and walk out of the class, right? Mm-hmm. You already paid for the class. So it's the same here. Let's talk about the blueprints. And then nothing we do in life is hard. Absolutely nothing. And when we do think it's hard, it's usually our mind. I can't do this. I don't understand it. I don't comprehend it. Well, let's get in there. Let's stay consistent. Let's go on a weekly basis. Let's build goals together. As the mentors, we don't show up and say, you will do this every week. We want to make this fun. And when you end up looking at something, feeling overwhelmed, it now feels like a task. And then you're dealing with the guilt. I didn't do anything with my business. Now it becomes a job. And now you're just like, oh, screw this. I can't do it.
That's a two-hatter.
Yeah. Just show up. Let's talk it through. Let's build a plan. people who say, oh, I'm too busy. No, time is not the issue. Priority is the issue, right? You're not overwhelmed. You're just not sure what questions to ask. You're not sure which way to go. So let's show up and talk about it and celebrate the small wins. You know, there's an analogy around Legendary. When you plant a lemon tree, what's the last thing to grow? Lemons. You have a lot to do before we pick a lemon. So let's get through those motions and let's celebrate the wins on the weekly basis. You know, especially in the mentorship program, having the ability to have a private channel where you can speak with all the mentors. Dave, Joanna from marketing is in there. Other mentors are in there. You get to collaborate, build friendships. So a lot of it is being around like-minded people too. Right? I talk to people all the time and they're like, my husband, my wife doesn't understand what I'm doing. My friends don't understand. Don't tell them. You want to change your life, do it in silence and just do it. But be with a mentor that can help you through it, a community. It's a game changer. I've seen it with the people I'm working with right now, light bulbs going off every week. I love it. Celebrating the wins.
I mean, you just dropped a few just absolute platinum boulders. I'm over here holding them, carrying them around right now. I need to put them down so we can dissect them. Time is not the issue. Priority is. Another thing you said is nothing is hard. We make it hard. How can we leverage? Because if we make it hard, it's because we care. It's because we're passionate. It's because we're overthinking things. It's because we do feel that it's important and we want to be perfect, right? So what I'm gaining from this is that there's a way in which, and this is part of this I know because I've seen you do it with clients and our team here at Legendary, but it's helping people to take all that passion and overthinking and perfectionism and actually channel it in the right direction instead of allowing it to build up into anxiety. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Amen. Yep, absolutely. I'm a product of that. I started as a business plan advisor and I came in and I didn't have the confidence I thought I had. And I was like, oh crap, I'm going to mess up. Don't think like that. And my mentors that helped me become a great advisor, a good advisor, are still here. I still work with them. It's powerful, the community. I didn't become an advisor and then part of the executive lever and become a mentee on my own. I did it because I plug into you every day. You're still my teacher. You're always my teacher. The calls we have within our organization on a monthly basis, you're having with the mentorship team, the mentees, they're powerful. Everybody here has something to learn and something to teach.
Yeah, the way that we've structured, just piggybacking off of what Dawn just said, the way that we've structured our accountability coaching program is the same structure that we use to actually operate and run our organization. And that's not too many meetings. It's just the right amount of meetings with additional layers of support built in throughout different channels and layers of support. We'll talk to you about those layers, or Dawn will talk to you about those layers. But it's all about hitting the right places. It's about making sure that you have the ongoing one-on-one contact and connection. It's making sure that you also have the larger vision in coaching from the teacher's teacher. Again, Dawn, and I'm honored and I'm privileged. I never take that responsibility lightly. The fact that people are looking to me for coaching, but I have the opportunity in this coaching call to work with you all inside of this mentorship program the same way that I work with our regular team. Okay. And Dawn will talk to you about how that happens. It happens from two elements, from one, in a group coach setting, and then also inside of our community, our virtual office, which we run through a program called Slack. It's a messenger. We're getting you off Facebook. We're getting you off social media. We're getting you into an application that you can connect to through your phone or your computer in order to both stay connected to the mentors, the coaches, and the community. So there's a powerful dynamic that's happening that we're modeling inside of this mentorship group the same way that we've modeled inside of our organization. And I love that you pointed that out. Nobody gets to where they're at alone. When you came in, as well as every other individual inside of our company,
Yeah.
has come in and learned from other people, been taught, coached, and mentored by other people, and held accountable by other people. And that's why Legendary is the leadership factory that it is. It's not just creating leaders inside of our community as clients. It's also, there's a whole nother world that most of you never see or don't hear a lot about, which is the leadership factory that is happening within our organization and how we run our company. And so we're modeling that, we're transplanting that inside of this mentorship program to give you all that same level of direction, connection, community, structure, organization, so you can have the support and the foundation that you need in order to begin to get the dadgum results that you want. And look, this is not about becoming, it's not about becoming a motivational speaker. It's not becoming a social influencer. It's not about becoming, there's no competition except yourself. You are the competition. You are the person that you are in competition with. And what I love seeing, especially in this mentorship program, is how people are beating the previous version of themselves. And our mentors are helping them to get better every week and realize that I don't need to compare myself to other people or keep up with the internet Joneses. I need to be focused on myself and becoming better every week. And we have a very specific weekly mentorship accountability check-in program that we implement with these folks. And it's a beautiful process. What are some of the, we actually had one of your mentees on the call the other day.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about some of the results that you're seeing mentees getting, both from developing skills and confidence.
Ooh, developing skills and confidence. That's definitely happening, but milestones and working through life issues and realizing, this is a business. I'm creating a business. This isn't a hobby. Oh, maybe it'll work for me. Maybe it won't. Do you want it to work? Great. Let's make it work. When you're building your own business, it's a matter of, I'm my only employee and I'm not going to fire me. I'm not going to give up on me. And if I do, why should anybody else ever hire me? So it's instilling, at the end of the 6 months, the goal is for them to go, thanks, Dawn, peace out. I don't need you anymore. Because what we're doing is, for anybody who's been an employee their whole life, I mean, you're trained to be an employee from the time you enter kindergarten. Once you go through that, the mindset shift of realizing you're empowered, you can make decisions. You don't need permission from us. You don't need clear direction. I mean, you can, yes, everybody needs clear direction. But what I'm saying is you're empowered to make your own decisions. So seeing that transfer from, Dom, what do I do? What do I do? How do I do? What's your feedback to, hey, I did this, and this is where I'm going here. It's, hey, great, you got this now, keep going. So in answer to your question, I think mostly it's the transformation of awareness, their own accountability. I'm not holding them accountable. They're holding their self accountable to show up, right? I mean, they're not, again, I go down rabbit hole, Dave. You know me, I just start going. Yeah, it's just a matter of being focused, having belief in themselves. It's not belief in the business model. It's not belief in the education. We all know we've got a track record and history of this being a proven education. If somebody is not having success, and success has many different definitions, it's usually because they're holding themselves back. And it's not a belief in the business model or the education. It's a belief in themselves. So let's reinstill that. You're a powerhouse. And I say that to anybody dead in the eye who's listening right now, even if I haven't met you, you're a powerhouse. If you want to make a change, start right now. Start tomorrow morning, wake up and choose a different trajectory of your life. People change their lives at any age, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. Let's do it.
Yeah. I want to stress and over stress the
Mhm.
power of having somebody who believes in you and is working with you in your corner. This is something that I encourage every single person to really understand the power of this. Um, so often, even more so, this is important in entrepreneurship because so often we are alone on this journey. Entrepreneurship is a lonely journey, um, specifically because you're building your own business, you're overcoming the criticism and disbelief of your friends and family, right? You oftentimes feel like you don't have anybody in your corner from your actual like personal life, which for me when I started was really hard. I mean, um, I was blown away by how many of my friends and family were not more supportive of me in my ventures in the fact that I wanted to better my life. Like, I really want to stress that people that like you're not alone in that. I mean, I still even to this day get, looks and comments and people acting weird because I am ideally at when you at the core of it, you going after your dreams and your goals in a way I think reflects to people what they are not going after and what they are not doing in their life. And so that makes them uncomfortable. And there could be jealousy, there could be envy, there could be a whole host of problems that that person is internally dealing with that they're projecting on you. The bottom line is that's not your problem, or it's not your job to figure that out, but it still sucks because here you are trying to better your life, build a business, make more money, develop and do personal development work. And people in your life, it's almost like tumbleweeds. We've all seen the meme or had the experience that you post on Facebook, hey, got a new job, everybody's like, good job, or going to college, good job, but it's like, start your own. I just started my own business and it's like silence. So um so the power of having somebody in your corner who believes in you. And one of the things that I've realized is that actually buying that support is for me one of the best things that I've ever surrendered to this idea of doing. And I've done it now for the past 10 years. I pay for professionals, I pay for experts, right? Um, I'm not sure you can make friends, right? And that's fine. But friendship is different. You have to accept your friends for who they are. You can't go to your friend and say, well, here's what I need from you, as if you've hired them, right? You don't hire friends. You have friends and you hang out, you relax, you accept each other for who they are. But for me, if I want to get somewhere in life, I need somebody to be something specific for me. I need somebody to help hold me accountable. I need somebody to teach me how to show up. I need somebody to help me to sort through my disorganized thoughts and limiting beliefs. I need somebody to root me on. I need somebody to be in my corner and celebrate me. And you know what? That's that's a lot to ask of a friend or a family member when we put it now back on ourselves and say, "Okay, my friends and family are not as supportive and helpful as I thought they would be. Okay, what do I do about that now? Do I sit around and be a victim? Do I complain about it and turn negative? No, what I realized is that I need to hire the experts that
Mhm.
I need in my life. And so for the past 10 years, my business and personal growth has soared because I've gone out and sought out the business mentors, the accountability coaches, the trauma experts, the counselors, all the people that I've needed in my life. I've hired them. And this is one thing that I want to extend to you all this morning to hopefully open up your mind to the idea that you can either wait for things to happen for you and kind of come across your desk, or you can make them happen. And if you're at a phase in your life where you're trying to grow a business, you need to make them happen. They're not going to just fall in your lap. You're the perfect best friend who also happens to be a business coach and an accountability mentor is not going to just fall in your life, right? Your friends are not going to change their personality just because you started a business. So you're going to have to take responsibility. If you want to get in shape, you may need to hire a trainer. And I'm ranting right now. I understand that. But this is one of the biggest and most practical lessons that I've learned in the past decade is that if I want the help, I need to hire it. I need to go out and I need to find it. And so whether you hire us to be your accountability mentor in business coach, or whether you do it somewhere else, my point here is do it, because it will be the best investment that you make. And that goes for any area of your life. If you want to improve it, hire the expert to help you get from point A to point B. I'll pause there. What comes up for you with that rant?
I did the traditional way. I went to college. I got the associates. I got the bachelor's. Not many people know this, but I got the master's degree. I got the fancy letters at the end of my name. If I could have all that money back and say, it didn't work for me, could I have a refund? If I could have all that money back, I would invest more in mentorship development. Because even since I've started this journey 4 years ago, I've invested in courses, and some of it, and I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, some of it I've invested just to see if they're as good as Legendary. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, lesson learned. I just, not that I wanted to do their course, I just wanted to see what they were offering. And I'm like, yep, lesson learned. But yeah, the return on the investment for that master's degree is nothing compared to the return on investment in just the blueprints, right? And then, I get that mentorship every day in this community, and I know how powerful it is. And I think I've said it before, even before this mentorship program started, when we have our monthly calls as a team, I've said, God, I feel like I should have paid Dave for that call. Like, I'm either the employee or the contractor, and I'm like, I should have paid for that nugget. It's over delivered every day, and it's just fascinating. And I 100% agree with you. If I could get a refund on those degrees and get rid of those fancy letters, I'd take the money back and invest in myself all day long. And it's even changed the way I've raised my kids. My kids are 14 and 16. Yeah. My 16-year-old is a straight A student. Well, both of them are A students. But, he's the one that's getting close to the senior year. He's like, Mom, I don't know if I want to go to college. And I'm like, that's fine. But pick something that you're going to be good at and invest in yourself in other ways. It's no longer you have to go to college. Kid, follow your dreams and screw the box. There's no box.
Yeah. I love how the speed at which I gain information from being around the right people when I hire them in my life, it spills over into other areas of my life, like my parenting. For example, I'm a part of a men's group. Some of you have seen me traveling and doing this. I've been in this group. It's a recovery and business mastermind and sort of coaching counseling program. I've been in it for 8 years. I mean, I pay thousands of dollars a year to be in this program. There's a lead coach and facilitator inside of this group. And what's coming up for me as in this conversation is it's so much easier for a client to become a friend than a friend to become a client. And what that means to me is that I have bought my way into a lot of rooms by buying a ticket to a mastermind or joining a group or hiring a coach and meeting other people. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to somebody last night who 2 of their best friends in the world came from business mentorship programs they did, because suddenly you're around people that are like-minded. Mm-hmm. And for us in this mentorship program, we have just in the past couple of months, over 100 people inside of this mentorship group that are now all on the same page, like-minded, connecting with each other. And instantly, with that decision to enroll in this program we're talking about here, which if you want a free accountability coaching call with Dawn, you can email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com, and I'll respond just by CCing Dawn into the email. No, you don't have to jump on with me. I know, even though I'm a very sweet, nice guy, that can be intimidating for some people. You're simply just emailing me, and I'll CC Dawn in. Okay. And you can schedule with her. It's nothing that's, it's nothing too professional or too, complicated. Just organize a time and find a time via email that works for the both of you, and you guys can hop on the phone or Zoom and connect. And Dawn will provide you with some time that will be some of the most valuable time. And I know this because I know Dawn and I know our accountability mentors. It will be some of the most valuable time you spend with anybody this year. And of course, we'll give you details about our mentorship program, but our goal is to over deliver with all of the time that you spend with us, because we are an education and coaching company, and we want each experience to be educational. It's why we're doing this episode the way that we are. It's not just about saying, hey, we have an accountability coaching program. It's also about giving you the background and the thinking behind why we do this, so you can kind of understand why we believe so heavily in this. For me, the example that I just gave of having that accountability mastermind coaching program that I'm involved in, that I've been in for 8 years, that I pay thousands of dollars per year to be involved in, the not only the value that I get, but also the friendships that I've made with the other men inside of that group is priceless. I literally could not put a price tag on it. These men have become some of my best friends in the entire world. And this is the same thing. And so some of us think that we're supposed to meet friends and find mentors, and the people that we want and need in our life are going to just magically appear. Friend, they're not. You have to organize that yourself. You have to hire the right people. They will become some of the hires that you make, both for your business and your personal growth, as well as you scale your business. The hires that you make will be some of, minus your, picking your spouse or something like that, will be the most important people you ever involve in your life. They will be more important than your friends. Your friends are not there to influence your life. They're there to help you to find leisure. If they influence your life, sure. But most of us can agree our friends are people that we just hang out with. You hire the people that you want to help you to get to the next level. They are not going to magically appear in your life. And this is one of the things that I just want to drill home to everybody this morning, because if you want to build the life that you want, you're going to need to hire the right people, whether it's here or somewhere else, to help you to get to the place that you want. And from that, you will make friends, but those friends will appear from within those opportunities, and you'll know that they're on the same page with you because they're also doing similar things as you. And again, that was one of my big revelations that I've had over the past decade. And as a result of some of those decisions, I have a whole new direction in life, and I have all new people in my life. And I love what you said too, Dom. We're not here to make dependent mentees. We want independent people. We want you to fly the nest. We don't want you to hang out in the nest forever. That's so important to us, right?
Build leaders, move forward. Yeah,
Build leaders.
absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, this has been incredible. I want to end the episode with a similar question that I ask a lot of people on the show. And that is, what have you learned about yourself, Dawn, through this journey of both working here, working with clients, and developing yourself within this journey?
I think there was a time in my life where my confidence was rocked. Everything about my stability on who I thought I was rocked. Oh, there's the cracking of the voice. You know this, Dave. I get teary-eyed. Legendary reminded me who I was. I, you know, I grew up in a family and my father was amazing. And it's kind of a joke of where he messed up. The man convinced me I could do anything I wanted to do and achieve anything I wanted to achieve. And I believed him. So I went out and I failed many times. And being with Legendary, there's no failure. If you come with a passion to serve and you bring your loyal and you bring your integrity, you will not fail. And I ask the same from any mentor that works with me. Come, be vulnerable. Work. Let's get to the root of the issue, the root of the problem. If there is one, there might not be. Some people just solid need direction. But what I know about myself is the sky is the limit. Nothing will hold me back. And give me a task, I get it done. So if anything, I've reminded myself of who I was. I'm back to being that woman. I'm back to being, I don't usually ask permission. I just kind of go do things. Like, I had the friends and the family going, are you sure you want to do this affiliate marketing thing? Are you sure you want to do this? I didn't ask their opinion. I was doing it. Right. Mm-hmm. And so I'm back to that woman, and I have me back. So of course, I've learned things along the line, but if ultimately I just know I can do absolutely anything, and I don't need permission from anybody to do anything. And that's really empowering.
For sure. I love that. I love that. And what a great way to live your life and be. And I can say that I definitely see that in you as well, from being around you and spending time with you here. It's a privilege and it's a pleasure to be continuing to work side by side with you. And all of you who are soon to meet Dawn and connect with her. It's truly the opportunity of a lifetime to connect with somebody as special and as powerful and uplifting, and who wants the best for you, and is really truly here with a heart for our clients. And I love that about you, and I love that about everybody on our team. It really is a team of individuals that want the best for our clients. We are here, rain or shine. And it's a beautiful thing to see. We've got a great culture here, a lot of great energy, and we welcome those of you who want to work more closely with us to achieve your goals, to soak some of that energy up and see just how much you can change and transform when you get the right information from the right people in the right environment. It truly is a life-changing experience. And so thank you for your time today. I'll let you get back to your work, and we'll send everybody. I'll be CCing people into you, and
Ready.
I look forward for them to connect with you and have that experience. Stay legendary, my friend.
Absolutely, Dave. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right, my friends, if you want a free coaching accountability session with Dawn, you can email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com, dave@legendarymarketer.com. And let's set you up with a little bit of time with Dawn. These slots will fill up fast. There was a few of you who probably tuned in recently to see that we've had a couple other accountability mentors who we have showcased here on this show. Well, those slots and opportunities are gone. These will be gone as well. They will fill up fast. Dawn, her book, her opportunity, her calendar, her ability to work with people will fill up fast. And I'm saying that based on the experience of how we have been able to enroll people into our accountability program with our other mentors. It just makes sense for some people, not for everybody, but for some people, this makes incredible sense because they realize I have the right information, but I'm kind of spinning my wheels because that leap from employee to entrepreneur is more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. And I need more accountability and I need help and I need somebody to be working one-on-one with me over a period of time in order to help me to implement the information that I know. It's not about more. You probably have enough notes. You have enough information. It's time that you tune out the noise. It's time to unsubscribe from all of the noise and the offers and the webinars and the courses and the shiny objects. It's time to dial in. Okay. You can take the next 6 months and change your life. You can take the next 6 months and at the end of those 6 months be in a completely different place. Think about that for a second. 2025 is going to be rolling up soon. Where are you going to be? A lot of times we don't play that tape through. We're so in today, but 2025 is going to be rolling up real soon. Where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be in the same place? Or are you going to be somewhere different? We need you. We want you to be further along implementing. We want you to be achieving your goals. We want you to be looking back over the last 6 months saying, that was the biggest season of growth that I've ever had. We want to help you make that happen. If you want a free complimentary accountability coaching call with Dawn, email me at Dave, D-A-V-E, Dave at legendarymarketer.com. We'll make it happen and we'll go from there. All right, my friends, have a fantastic day. Stay legendary. Thanks for your time today. Thanks, of course, Dawn, for your time today. And we'll see you on the next episode. Get out of here.